My name is Suresh Madhi. Started out with a single mother, no father, no male influence, no rich uncle, no nothing. My mom came to this country from a foreign land, not even speaking the language. Raised me, I ended up in medical school and ultimately started a business in my garage that turned into now a multi-million-dollar global corporation. I'm sharing this knowledge with you so anyone out there who was like me can now transform your life like I was able to transform mine. When I first started working with my mentor, who's a billionaire, he scheduled the first ever meeting with me at 6 a.m. Of course, I was there on time, and afterwards, a few months down the road, our meetings were typically always early, but they started getting later and later. He asked me about that first meeting. He said, that day, when you had that first meeting at 6 a.m. with me, what time did you wake up? I told him I woke up that day at about 5:15. He said, did you hit the snooze button that morning? I said, no, I didn't want to be late for our meeting because it was important. You're a very wealthy guy. You're giving me your time. I didn't want to disrespect you by being late. And he said, okay. And then the next morning, what did you do? And I said, I probably woke up at my normal time, whatever time it was, 7:30. He said, did you hit the snooze button? I said, yeah, of course I hit the snooze button. And he said, listen, you are working with me and I'm giving you my time. My time is very valuable. I want to make sure that I am getting the best use of my time, and I want to make sure that you are understanding that my time is valuable and you cannot waste it. But then the next most important thing is that you have to understand how important your own time is, and you cannot waste it. You must start every single day with the respect of your time and a win. The initial win for you to start your day with a W, not with an L, is to not hit the snooze button. It doesn't matter what you think is normal and what everyone's doing. Most people are not a billionaire for a reason. They're not doing the things that are required to get there. They're just doing what they feel like doing. And most people feel like hitting the snooze button 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 times. If you are going to declare what time you are going to start your day, the most important thing you can do is stick to that first commitment. If you start your day by failing to accept and commit to and abide by your first commitment of the day, then the rest of your day is starting on a loss. When he first told me this, I kind of felt bad because I was someone who hit the snooze button. I thought it was a normal thing. But I realized that this was more of a mentality and more of a mindset thing. When you start your day off by sticking to the first commitment of the day, waking up when you set the alarm to get up, everything else for the day, especially the commitments you are going to stick to, building your list, respecting your time, saying no to the things you need to say no to, all of these things changed. So I started doing it. I started noticing it. It was the most bizarre thing in the world. I started getting up when I set my alarm for. And by the way, at first it wasn't earlier than I was waking up. I was still setting the alarm for the same time. I just wasn't hitting the snooze button and ending up getting out of bed 18 or 27 minutes later. I was actually getting up at the alarm. First alarm, boom, hit the stop, got out of bed. That small practice, you won't believe how much it transforms the rest of your day. And if you don't believe me, you might be listening to this right now and saying, this is garbage. What, I don't hit the snooze button and now all of a sudden my life is going to change? Yeah, I thought the same thing. The reality is, this small practice from a psychological standpoint is the beginning of how you start winning in life. It's the beginning of your day. It's the beginning of respecting your time, and it's the beginning of your everyday journey to reach your ultimate ambitions. For me, I wanted to become a billionaire like my mentor. For me, to take something he was telling me and say, that sounds dumb, that sounds stupid, I'm gonna hit this. That would have been disrespectful to him, but also disrespectful to me, because here I am, I have a goal, I have this ultimate ambition, but I'm not gonna listen To somebody who's already reached that, it's kind of like saying, I want to go to the Olympics, so I'm gonna hire a really high level Olympic coach. Then my Olympic coach says, okay, listen, if you want to reach the Olympics, first things first, you got to start with this. And me saying, that sounds dumb, I'm not gonna do that. Well, then I probably really don't want to go to the Olympics that bad. So no matter how dumb it sounded, no matter how outlandish, no matter how off the wall it sounded, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna stop being a cynic. I'm broke right now, so I'm going to listen to this man who has a lot more money than me and a lot more success. His position is what I want to be at. I want to be like him. I want to emulate him. So let me start by listening to this first thing he shared with me. I was a young man. I was in my early 20s, so he was very strategic about making the first meeting 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. It was a test to see if I was going to show up on time, actually going to be there, if I was going to try to come up with a reason why I didn't want to meet with him at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning. That was the first test I passed. And then it got into respecting my time when I wake up, not hitting the snooze button. Now, I kind of don't even need the alarm to get up, waking up early, because yes, you can achieve wealth and you can achieve success without waking up at 4:30, but I'll go into it in another video about why waking up earlier and waking up at the time I do is important and why it changed my life. But for now, if you do this one thing, and it's this one of the first lessons he taught me, you don't hit the snooze button. You get out of bed when your alarm goes off and you start your day at that moment. Watch how the rest of your day changes. Watch how little things throughout the course of your day, the course of your week, and ultimately your month and your years change by sticking to that very first commitment. Honoring for yourself the person you are. You're declaring the night before, I'm gonna wake up at this time, and the next day, you stick to it. You actually wake up and get out of bed at that time to start your day. Make that one small change in your world and watch what starts happening in your life. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out some of the other videos. Like I said, I'm just here sharing what I learned from my mentor who's a billionaire, because if you're someone out there like me starting out in life without any kind of leg up, without any kind of benefit or without any kind of trust fund, just a kid with nothing, and you're looking to get to where I am or above, and I hope it helps. It was something that I wish I had as I was growing up. I didn't. I was trying to read books, I was trying to watch videos, but having that mentor was what actually changed my life and got me to where I am today. Hopefully it can help you as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.